the subcarrier oscillator's running. We're getting that colour burst and that colour information in picture, but it's just not being interpreted as colour by the telly. So I'm thinking that maybe subcarrier is running at wrong frequency or something. I had a look in the television magazine, and there were a fault report of this camera of someone having to replace the crystal, because he had this exact fault where it was black and white, but he did have chroma information in signal. He had to change crystal because he tested it and it were running at wrong frequency. So what I'm going to try, I'm going to test frequency of the subcarrier and see if it's right or not. I've connected up my frequency tester. This is one of them, you can get them quite cheap on eBay, these kits. It's a kit that you put together. It's base uses a PIC microcontroller, and there's like a crystal tester, but I've reconfigured that, like that bit of the circuit using that transistor as a preamp, because otherwise you can only, it's got to be like a 5 volt between, you know, 5 to 0 volts wave to trigger thing. I got that off. I got circuit from and the layout from this other video on YouTube. I'll put a link to it on in the bottom of the video. So I'll test the subcarrier. .4241. What's the other one? That's wrong pin. 4.4319. So that one, it's nearly right. It should be 4.43. 433,619. That one's a bit further off, but I think that's the one that's got the switching phase, so that might be altering its, you know, what it's counting it as. It's not quite right, so he had to change crystal, so I think that's what I'm going to do. To do that, I'm going to have to desolder this shielding plate. Just turn that off while I'm doing this. And on this side as well, which is going to be difficult. And I've just spotted something. This pin here, which is subcarrier oscillator, comes up here. It's called subcarrier oscillator control. If I test that with that frequency generator, and look what happens. I don't think it's very good for it, but watch this. See them like flashes of colour? it cuts out, but there's flashes of colour. Makes a noise and all, which I'm not sure what that is, but I'm not going to keep doing it. But I'm wondering if it's just sort of altering frequency a bit and, you know, pulling it into range, making it give them little flashes of colour. So it's sat on red and it will flashes of red on that text. If I set it to green, I'll just do it again. I don't think it's very high impedance this, that's why it's doing that. It's kind of all different colours that are coming up. I reckon I'm onto something here with this frequency thing. Right, well I've managed to desolder this enough to get to crystal. I took this bottom piece off, and this, it's still attached over there. It's very hard to desolder because the solder like right soldered down there, and like all around these sides. It's just you can hardly get to it. I mean, best way to do it would probably be to take that transformer out really, but I managed to desolder it sort of sufficiently. I've lifted a bit of print just here, but I think it'll be alright once once it goes back together. Now I've got a crystal at right frequency here, but it's too big to fit in the thing. So I mean, it's just to test it, because that's the crystal. You can see it's too big. That'll not close with this in. But I'll put it in and see if it works, and if that's what's causing problem, then I'll order a crystal at right size, if I can try and get hold of one that'll fit in there. So I'll take this out and put this new crystal in, and then give it another try. Give it a try. Well, we've got colour, not the right colour, but it's colour. That text should be red. That should be green. That should be blue. It's a bit flickery in it. That's right colour though. The picture's right. It was a bit off over there. It's kind of a change in colour as it goes across. That's strange. Have a look at something else. Yeah, that's right colour. No, it's not very colourful. It's like pretty washed out. But the colours are right. That text's wrong colour. Wonder what happens if I adjust. There's like a capacitor for tuning it. It's got red at edges now. Take it so far in it. It goes flickery. And it focus completely.